Hello there, my speedsters. My name is Swift Daedalus, and today I'd like to talk about a topic that's been on my mind for a while. And it's the word, and should I say, the use of the word, the secondary word for child predator. And the fact that it has made the word pedophile basically it's made the word lose its meaning, its impact. So I'm going to just say it right now, I do not condone pedophilia. Pedophilia is terrible, and if you condone it, you deserve to be sentenced to death, in my eyes. So there's that. More importantly, this term has been fired in the way of the game Genshin Impact. Now, you might be thinking, alright, he's talking about Genshin. Where's this going? And I'm actually going to take my headphones off for this and reveal my mess of a hair to talk about this seriously. Genshin Impact is only considered a pedophile game by these people because of 3 characters: Klee, Diona, and Chi-Chi. Why are these 3 characters the specific ones? Because they are labeled as lolly characters. They are small and they're petite. They are small, petite characters, which one of them is a zombie, and they're all canonically children. That's why they're calling it pedophilia. None of the characters are put into provocative clothing at all. And I should also toss in the character Sayu as well in that list as well, because she's also a lolly character. But none of them are in a provocative outfit. They're in generic child adventure garb. Klee is wearing like a blouse that goes down slightly past her ankles and some boots, and she's got a backpack on, so she looks like a school character with a little hat on her head, and she's got like a little clip-it on her backpack. Then there's Diona, who's apparently a teen, I'm assuming, because she's working at a bar, canonically in the game. She works at a bar to try and make disgusting alcoholic beverages to get people to not drink alcohol. And then there's Chi-Chi, who is a, I forget what the term is, but it is a jumping zombie from Chinese folklore. She's one of those. I think it's Jiangxi or Jiangshan. I forget what the actual term is. But she's one of those, and she works at a pharmacy called Boo Boo Pharmacy. And she acts as a pharmacist, collecting herbs and stuff and grinding them up and giving people prescriptions. And then there's Sayu, who is a ninja, and is literally the sleepiest character you will ever meet. Like, half of the time you see Sayu in-game, she is sleeping. And granted, all of these characters are female characters, canonically. Klee, Diona, Chi-Chi, and Sayu, all of their names are female names in whatever. And I'm just like, why these characters specifically? And I think it's because these people, the people who call Genshin Impact a pedophile game, do not like lollies. They don't like them, and they don't like their inclusion in games. And that to me, like, I understand you don't like lollies. That's fine. But the thing is, though, a majority of the characters in the game are either young adults, 17-year-olds, or actual adults, with a majority of them being above 30. For some examples, you've got Jean, Lisa, Zhongli, Raiden Shogun, Sangonomiya Kokumi, not Raiden Shogun, I already said Raiden Shogun, Kujo Sara, Noelle, Mona, which I'm pretty sure is 17. I could be wrong. I haven't really checked, but I digress. You get the point. There are a lot of adult characters, and I should also mention the newest character, Candace, who is also an adult. And then there's a bunch of other characters that are also adults and young adults, specifically, ranging from 18, 19, 20 to early 30s. And then you've got gods like Zhongli, Raiden Shogun, and Venti, who are over 3,000 years old to 5,000 years old. There are only 4 characters in the cast. 4 out of the entire game, out of the entire playable cast, that are lollies. Only 4 out of the 76 characters currently confirmed to be in the game and playable. Some of them aren't playable yet because they're coming out in the next update, which is soon, by the way. And this gets me thinking, why is Genshin Impact targeted when there are other games, I'm not going to mention names, that use lolly designs in them, but it's a lot more of that cast than Genshin Impact? And I think it's this reason. Genshin Impact is popular. It's out there. I mean, I quite literally have a poster of one of the characters. Yellen, who, as you can tell from her figure, is an adult with a gambling addiction. Gambling addiction not included. But you get the point here. They are targeting this game for having lolly characters when they should be targeting a different game who has more lolly characters in them. If you're gonna target Genshin Impact, target more than them. Target all of them. Or target none of them because you sound like an idiot. It's a design choice for children. This game is a children's game meant to be played by children and young adults or teenagers. That's what this game is rated. It's rated T for teen for a reason. If you don't believe me, go look up Genshin Impact right now. Hop on Google or Brave browser or whatever browser you have. Type in Genshin Impact and look at its rating. It is listed as a teen game because of references to alcohol and sexual themes. That's the point. And it's only for certain characters. I gotta fix my camera. The lolly characters aren't put in these sexual circumstances. The ones that are put in the sexual circumstances are the adults. For example, once again, Yellen here. The character Yellen has abilities based around bondage. That's her theme. Yellen's theme is gambling, bondage, interrogation, and FBI. Those are her themes. And also being seductive, but that's like a whole woman thing. I'm not even going to get into the woman thing, because I know that the moment I do, Twitter is going to raid me like a wave, and I'm going to be sitting here like, please, no, Twitter. But I digress. Stop hating on Genshin Impact just because it's got 4 lollies. Oh my god, that's 4 lollies. It's not that big a deal. And the fact that these people are using the term pedophile so loosely is going to actually ruin actual pedophile problems, and is actually going to make it a more common word for use as more of an insult, which means actual pedophiles are not going to be labeled pedophiles. They're just going to be labeled by an insult, not a warning. And this is actually just, it's upsetting to hear this, because I know I've had pedophiles in my area before. They've gone after my family. My brother has been affected by this. And hearing people use the word pedophile so loosely pisses me off. Knock it off. Leave it alone. Just because there is a lolly character in a video game does not mean that it is targeted toward pedophiles. It is targeted toward teenagers. It is targeted toward people who like the design of young characters. You can't look at Misty from Pokemon and be like, oh, you like Misty? Well, you're a pedophile. If you just like her design, that's not, like, if you sexualize characters like them, then yes, you're a pedophile. But if you like their design and you notice the subtleties in it, for example, I noticed that Chi-Chi is a Jiangxing, or a Chinese zombie, known as a jumping zombie, that got its name because there was an ancient Chinese practice where they would load up zombies on 2 bamboo planks, or corpses I should say, with little talismans on the front, and they would carry them to their resting place. And to bystanders, these corpses would look like that they were jumping to their grave, which then coined the term jumping zombie, or Jiangxi. I do not sexualize these tiny characters. If anything, they're annoying half the time. Diona's annoying, and I don't like using her at all. She's a good support character, but other than that, yeah. Like, I don't want to use these characters half the time. I ignore banners of these characters intentionally because I don't like them. I don't like looking at the character. I don't call the game a pedo game because it's not. I just don't like lollies because they're just not appealing. I prefer muscle mommies, personally. I prefer MILFs. I prefer big-chested women who are mature and who have mature themes. I am not going to look at a child and... I'm not. Ew. It's nasty. Because the people that are calling this game a pedo game, I'm going to call you out here, and I'm going to say that you're a pedophile. And you're just trying to point the blame elsewhere. So, please, I digress. At the end of the day, do not use the term pedophile loosely. Use it when needed. Never sexualize children. And most importantly, stay safe. If you are not of the legal consent, or legal age of consent, which is 21, by the way, when you are a legal adult and you can legally drink, that is the age of consent. If you do not have a legal guardian with you until that time, you cannot consent. Consent is important. And if you are forced upon, call the police immediately. There are multiple hotlines that you can call, but most importantly, call 911 or whatever your police number is in your area and report the situation. Do not be afraid to report the situation if there is a pedophile in the area. Do not be afraid of this. They cannot hurt you if they are behind bars. Thank you so much for listening. Gaming videos will be up on this channel pretty shortly. I am currently working on editing a TF2 video. So for any of you who like Team Fortress 2, there's that. I'm working on a couple Pokemon fan game videos, including Pokemon Xenoverse, Pokemon Insurgents, and Pokemon Uranium. Those are going to be up at some point. I'm currently working on editing those. They will be up at some point. Expect the latest video to be up in November. If there isn't, I will make a video discussing why it's taking so long. So please, like I said before, be safe, stay safe. If you're not of legal age, stick with your parents. Thank you. And for you speedsters, keep on speeding.